Welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. Please do remember to click on subscribe, onto that notification bell, also share, like and comment. Now, the beautiful South song, now this could be Rotterdam or anywhere, but actually we're going to be talking about whether it's Rotterdam or Maastricht. Because with perfect timing, I just done my video to talk about which 5 Dutch cities were in the running to hosting next year's Eurovision, when of course they only went and shortlisted 2 of the 5 cities, and that of course is Rotterdam and Maastricht. Fortunately, those were the 2 that I thought were the 2 favourites, so I don't look completely stupid. So this is just a very quick video to talk about, it'll be heart or head that rules. We shouldn't have very long to find out. The EBU and the Dutch broadcaster are due to announce which city has won the right, I think sometime in August. I'm recording this on the 29th of July. So we'll find out fairly soon, I think. I talked a bit about kind of each city and the venue before, but just to sort of recap, Rotterdam, for most of you will know where Rotterdam is. It's the biggest port in Europe, in the north, sort of the northwest of the Netherlands, and not far from Schiphol Airport, and it's not far from Amsterdam either. It's in the kind of the heavily populated northern part of the Netherlands. Whereas Maastricht is right down in the very south of the Netherlands. So those of you who know the Netherlands, it has that little bit at the very bottom of the country. Well, Maastricht's right at that very bottom and very close to kind of the Dutch and German and Luxembourg borders. Not far from France either. In terms of the venues of the 2 cities, we have Rotterdam Ahoy in Rotterdam, and it's the Maastricht Events and Conference Centre in Maastricht. Now, looking at those 2, I would say Rotterdam is ahead there. The MECC in Maastricht is very much a kind of trade centre sort of area. I'm just looking at some of the videos. It doesn't have a very high ceiling, which slightly concerns me. And it's not sort of banked in a way that it's just kind of on one level. So I struggle to see how that would work so well kind of for an actual Eurovision, well, from a live perspective. I think for TV it might be fine, but I do wonder whether it would work quite so well kind of if you were there at the venue. Rotterdam Ahoy, quite different. It's a proper stadium, great big banked seating, standing area, high ceiling, very much what we've come to expect of Eurovision in the last few years. It's also got adjoining halls which would be very good for the green room, the press centre, all those other kind of peripheral areas that they need. They both seat or fit around the same numbers of people, so there's not much difference there. Just think Rotterdam Ahoy is better suited to a live concert. And they've hosted Junior Eurovision, and they've also hosted the Dutch national final. Accommodation-wise, in terms of Rotterdam and Maastricht, both have a lot of hotels. Maastricht has more hotels than you might expect for a smaller place, but it's a big conference centre. Lots of conferences take place in Maastricht. So accommodation-wise, there shouldn't be too many problems, and I think they've been reserving a number of hotel rooms in both cities to kind of try and stop the kind of big push up in prices, although inevitably that will probably happen. I think the transport side is another big kind of issue in some ways, or it lends itself perhaps better to Rotterdam, better connected, closer to the main Dutch airport, Schiphol. Maastricht is actually, it's quicker to get to Maastricht from the Belgian city of Liège, which is only about half an hour on the train. Might also be a good place to stay, were Maastricht to get the contest. It's also about 2.25 hours by train from Düsseldorf. It's actually again quicker than getting from Amsterdam and to Maastricht. So it might suit the Germans, it might suit the Belgians, and it might certainly suit some of the French, but I'm not sure how popular it will go down with the Netherlands itself. And certainly for a kind of wider Europe, I think Rotterdam would make more sense. I think, looking at all of the various video blogs and kind of tweets and, other, written up blogs, everyone, all the Euro fans are kind of looking at Rotterdam as being the place they want it to be. I do think in most ways that does look like to be the better place to go, more sensible. But logic doesn't always win out. I think Maastricht has put quite a strong bid in. It's got the support of its whole province. And I think heart-wise, it was the place where the Treaty of the European Union was signed. There's a lot of it tugs on certain heartstrings, particularly amongst the EBU, I suspect. Although the EBU is not the same as the EU, just to reconfirm that. So it'll be interesting to see. I think I'm sure whichever city is chosen, it'll be a great experience. But I think just if you were hoping to get a live ticket or to see the live show, I suspect you might be better served by Rotterdam. Anyway, we shall see who makes it. We'll probably be in a very short space of time, and I'm sure I'll be back to tell you more about it, and I'll have plenty of other videos too. So join me again soon.